All right, we're here with California Baptist University's Tommy Bell, Coach Gary Adcock, and John Glenn. Coach, can we just get your initial impressions on this one today?
Well, that was obviously we like winning, we like advancing, but that was a typical, it seemed like, late tournament game where the pitching is a little overused and guys are going on adrenaline, and mistakes are being made because it's magnified in an elimination game, and they just happened to make a few more than we did, and so we came out on top.
Any questions from the media?
Gary, where is your pitching now with tonight and then?
Well, I purposefully, as long as I could, saved the guys. So George Valerio will start tonight. He's been a spot starter for us all year. I did my best to stay off of him warming up today and yesterday in case we got to this point. So I'm comfortable in the starting spot, and then in the bullpen, we're going to be pitching on adrenaline. So obviously, George is going to have to give us some length, and then guys are going to have to, pitch like there's no tomorrow. And so Montgomery will be done. He's about it. Even the guys that started today, all the guys that pitched this morning, they'll be available in relief. It might be a mix and match long game when you're that deep in the tournament.
I want to address this to both Tommy and John. Your coach talked about how late in a tournament, in a situation like this, maybe things get a little ragged. I mean, how does that look like from your perspective?
I think, late in games like that, you just got to stay calm, stay collected, stay with your approach. People stepped it up. The freshmen came through today. Harrison Spahn had a big game. Capilupo swung it well. Just people stepping it up and staying with their plan, I guess, their approach.
Yeah, I see it as the adversity that hit us earlier in the year. That definitely helps us coming to these late games. And even if they can score a couple runs, we can still come back and fight and put on a couple more.
Did it feel at times like just a slugfest where guys are just throwing punches and wearing each other out?
Yeah, sometimes, but we can still handle the situation, and we know that our guys can hit the ball as well too, just as they can. And we have faith in our team, so we're ready for anything.
Tommy, talk about the mindset. Coming back 12 hours after a rough loss. What was the chatter in the bus and the hotel this morning, and just coming back and fighting through this one?
Honestly, on the way back, wasn't much chatter, kind of quiet. But just kind of flush it, come back, prepare to play a doubleheader today, which we're doing, and just keep playing it inning by inning, pitch by pitch. Just single pitch focus and just play your game. We should be good.
Now, are you guys coming back and forth from Riverside, or are you staying down here?
We're staying in Chino.
That's about halfway.
Yeah. At least there's no traffic on Saturday. But we said as soon as we lost and into today, just try to get to Monday. We have the utmost respect for San Diego, and that's going to be a difficult game tonight. But we get to Monday, Dylan Stoll's ready to go. Andrew Bash will be in relief, and I'll take those chances against anybody. So if we can get through tonight, then somebody else is going to have to play a doubleheader, and they'll be playing the backside of a doubleheader, staring down the region pitcher of the year from 2 years ago, who I think is the best pitcher in this tournament. So that's the rallying cry. We just had to win 3 games. Had one extra game. We lose that game, it cost us 1 extra game. And I think these guys are resilient. And if you watch this play, you can see it. When we got our tail kicked, the next game we played well. When we got walked off, the next game we played well. So we were ready this morning, and that's a tribute to these guys and the coaching staff.
What were your expectations going not just going into this tournament, but going into this season? You and I kind of talked about it early on, but did you anticipate being at this point by this time?
Well, yeah, we are blessed at CBU. We have an abundant amount of resources. We have a great facility. We have good administration. We have good resources. The expectations are high, and rightly so. So every time we take the field, we anticipate playing for a championship. And this year is no different. What we had to navigate different this year than other years is the finality of it. The finality of this is our last crack at Division II, trying not to make too much of that, staying in the moment. I think we've done a good job with that. And, we're like everybody else in this tournament. We're missing our closer, we're missing a starting pitcher, we're missing our cleanup hitter. We have adversity that's happened to us like everybody else, but the expectation doesn't change and no one feels sorry for us. So we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. We're just going to try to find a way to get to Monday. So we fully anticipate playing on Monday, and we fully anticipate advancing. And I don't think we'll change that, even if we're down late in the game.
Tommy, from your standpoint, the final season of D2, is that really had much of an impact on what you guys have done? Have you had to make a conscious effort to sort of tamp that down, or how is that from a player's perspective?
Sure, yeah, it's in the back of your mind that it's last season to be in playoffs, last season to make a push for something. But yeah, I feel like we just really just play game to game and pitch by pitch, inning by inning, and just keep it a single pitch focus and not make things too big.
Good. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks.